So for a snell knot, you want a hook that turns, the eyelet turns up. If you're utilizing it for snell, you go through the eyelet, and then I like to just hold that excess. Okay, so just a little bit of excess. Then you're going to start wrapping. You can do 7 to 9 wraps, or even more if you wanted, I guess. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ish. We'll go one more. You want them nice and tight towards the front of that eyelet. Then, so I'm holding it like this. I slip my finger up and I hold that so it doesn't come loose. I just push against the side. Then you're going to go all the way to the end, get your other end, and then from the back, you go back through that eyelet. Quite simple. Then you pull the slack and then kind of snug it down. The other thing I like to do is make sure all those wraps are up tight to the eyelet, the hook, or the front of the eyelet towards the front of the hook. The knot cannot seat well if there's slack there. Then I bounce that pretty hard. This is 20-pound fluorocarbon, and then it's set. Okay? Pretty straightforward. Okay, now what you're going to do if you're doing a double snell instead of a single snell. So we have our first single snell, and with that first single snell, we put the line through and held it here. You can still see that tag end. We could clip that. You don't have to. It's up to you. But so then what we're going to do is we're taking our next hook, and you're of course gonna go from the back, and you're just gonna go through that eyelet, and you're gonna pull it to the desired distance. Now I use this for kokanee rigs with much smaller hooks. You could use these 2 big octopus hooks for a herring rig, but as I show in my Spin Glow herring rig video, I like my trail hook, my back hook, to be a treble hook. I have a lot better hookup ratios. It makes it so you can hook a single hook into the herring, and you still have these dual hooks out here to catch your fish. But for the sake of showing you, instead of doing 2 small kokanee size hooks, I'm going to do these. Now with a kokanee rig, I tie them fairly close. For a herring rig, I'm going to space it out. So now, once again, I'm just going to hold the back of the hook with the line, like so, and I'm just going to do those same wraps. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you want them nice and even, 6, 7, 8. And this one I tried to space out a little to show, if I can get it to focus in there, some gaps in that line, like I was talking about the last time. Stick my finger up here and I hold it, and then just like the first one, you're going to go from the back and thread that line through, pull up the slack, and then like I was saying, you want all that to be snugged forward. So see how I just push that nice and tight forward to the front of the hook? I just use my fingernail to slide it forward. Then you can just pull on that real good, cinch it down. Once again, 20-pound fluorocarbon, really strong. You can pull really hard, but there you go. You've got a double snell rig, really easy to set different lengths between those hooks. This is such a useful tool to be able to tie these on your own. If you've purchased rigs, it's nice to be able to retie them either with new hooks, or if you the line is getting frail, with kokanee rigs, herring rigs, hoochie rigs, for salmon, anything. That snail knot and being able to tie a double snail is really useful to not just throw those rigs away. You can rebuild them or buy stuff and build your own. So there you go. I hope that's helpful.